Scott Stephenson. I am the only America First candidate in this race, and I am a proud Trump Republican. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a politician, I'm not a political insider, and I can proudly say I've never worked in Washington, D.C. Because of that, I can and will always tell you the truth. And the truth is our country is in serious trouble. Our children are being radicalized, sexualized, and turned against us. We're being invaded at the southern border. Our election was stolen. Our economy is a wreck. We are constantly lied to, and no one is held accountable for anything. But the harder truth is that it's politicians and political insiders who put us here. I am running because we cannot save this country by doing what we've always done. And we can't win this election by moving to the middle or being on our heels. The rules have changed and the stakes are just too high. It's time to fight. It's time to win. I'm Scott Stephenson. I'm running for Congress in Washington's 8th District, and I approve this message. Please
welcome to the stage, Congressional District 8 candidate Scott Stephenson.
It's great to be here. This is an amazing venue. I really want to come and watch a hockey game here. I'm a hockey fan, so as probably many of you are as well. So I could use this time to tell you about me, but I have all that information on my website, and I'd love to talk to you each individually after this is over to give you more of that information. But I want to talk about something else today with you. As I said in my intro video, I always tell the truth. And here it goes. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that things have to change in Washington, but I happen to be one. I have a degree from MIT in aerospace engineering, a master's degree. Now, lately I hear a lot of advice from and direction from our party about how to appeal to the middle, how we shouldn't spend time preaching to the choir, and how moving away from the very issues that make us conservative and that matter most to the base is the way to win. I am here to tell you that I will not move away from our base, period. I will not move on from the fact that we have uncharged American citizens sitting in jails in D.C., political prisoners. I will not move away from the stolen election. I will not move on from the Afghanistan withdrawal disaster that killed 13 of our servicemen and women and left thousands of our people behind. I will not move on from Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, who directed a coup against a right and dutifully elected president. I will not move on from our tax dollars being used to fund gain-of-function research in Wuhan. And I will not move on from people lying before Congress with no accountability. I will not move on from the damage that the unscientific lockdowns and vaccination of our children and the damage it has done to them. And I will not move on from media and big tech, who we all know and seen have suppressed Hunter Biden's laptop. I will not move on from our children, including one of mine, who are being sexualized and groomed by the radical left trans agenda that has taken over our public schools. I will not move on from politicians using the deaths of innocent children to take away our God-given rights. And I will not move on from a tyrannical governor who has held emergency powers for 830 days, and there are Republicans in this state that voted for that to happen. I will not move on from people on our side who did nothing while our police were defunded and now they claim to be anti-crime. And I will not move on from being called a racist and a white supremacist and a grandma killer and a science denier and an insurrectionist and a domestic terrorist. And I will not move on from the fact that there are members of our own party who supported the bullshit impeachment of President Trump, and who look around now at the destruction of our country today and still think that being a never-Trumper somehow makes them righteous and good. So no, I will not move on, and neither should you. We should not move on because this is why our party loses. It's not because of the overwhelming number of liberal voters in King County, and it's not because anointed candidates didn't move far enough to the middle. It's because our party has sacrificed tens of thousands of our own people in some vain attempt to attract a few thousand votes from people on the left who do not share our values and in many cases hate us. Let's be very clear. It's the base that matters. The base of the party are the men and women who stood up against medical tyranny alone. So we are not moving on. We are not backing down. We are standing right here, and we're fighting against both the radical left and the weak establishment who are destroying our country. It's time to fight. It's time to win. Thank you very much, and God bless the United States of America.